Pet overpopulation is a huge problem in southern Arizona, according to public relations lead for the Humane Society of Southern Arizona, Samantha Esquivel. There are about 40,000 stray animals in
It is a
Arizona.
problem, as it is everywhere else, but some communities are getting better at it, depending on who's running the shelters and how many volunteers they have helping with different areas. And right now, Pima County and Tucson are trying to go in that direction, but it all kind of depends on what all of the different shelters want to do. But yeah, it's still definitely an issue. There's a little more to it. Right now, the bigger shelters like Pima Animal Care Center, which is like animal control, that's run by the county, isn't no-kill, and the Humane Society isn't completely no-kill. But some of the smaller shelters here in Tucson, there's a couple cat shelters, and Hope is the only cat and dog shelter that is. And those ones are just because that's their philosophy, and they are smaller, but they just believe in no-kill, so that's why they've chosen to be that. It is a pretty small shelter, and it's in, it is kind of hidden back here, but they have events, fundraisers, and other events throughout the year, and they try and put those out a lot, so they'll try and advertise in different ways that they can, through flyers or in the mail or Facebook.
Well, I'm the volunteer coordinator for ARF, it's Animal Rescue Foundation, and we do all the adoptions here at the shelter as a service to the community before they're adopted. After they're put up for adoption, that's when we start working with them. We show the animals to people, to the public. If a customer comes in, they say, "Oh, I like this dog," we offer to take the dog out of the cage, and there are little playground areas outside, they're called meet and greets. Volunteers take them out there. They will try to explain to the person, the customer, any information there is about the animal, and also try to explain to them what the breed is like. Usually the volunteers actually are familiar with the animals because they're here further often. And they know which ones are real friendly, which ones are lap dogs, which ones like to play. Absolutely. We actually we keep a list out on a whiteboard out there of the dogs that have been here the longest. And it's almost like party time when some of the long-term residents get adopted. Plus, every night, whoever is here as the volunteer puts out an email at the end of the day with all the animals that have been adopted. And there's usually one or two each night where it's, "Oh boy, Buster got adopted. He's been here since January. Whoopee," kind of thing. They're pretty happy when the long-term residents get adopted.
At home, when you know that the dog is going to a good home, the correct home. You want to make sure the dog's, going to a home where it's going to be loved and cared for. But it's also good to see when a stray dog comes in, or a cat, and then gets adopted out, and if they have any medical issues, it gets taken care of. And I don't think it gets enough attention here in Tucson. There's definitely an overpopulation of pets, comparable to other parts of the United States. The weather and where we are located, is not very ideal, but we do what we can, and we hope for the best. We try to educate everyone. From receiving, when owners need to release pets, we try to educate them to see if we can find a solution rather than the animal coming in here. The shelter is not the best place for an animal, so if it's a behavioral issue, it's a time or space issue, we try to see if there's another time, a solution for that instead of the animal coming in here.